So I want to let y'all in on one of the hottest funding plays right now where you can get up to $100,000 business line of credit with absolutely no docs. Now, I know a lot of times when I talk about getting funded, especially with high limit business lines of credit, most banks do require some type of tax returns, but I'm happy to announce that this particular lender, and this is actually a commercial bank, one of the top commercial banks in the United States, is offering business lines of credit up to $100,000 with no docs. Now, here's how they figure out how much to approve you for. So these lines of credit go up to 100K. They do 10% of your gross projected or anticipated revenue, right? So you don't have to provide tax returns. You don't have to provide P&Ls. They're looking at what your projected gross revenue is for 2024. So you don't have to provide any sort of paperwork. They're basically going to take your word for it. So whatever your anticipated top line gross revenue is, they take 10% of it. So let's say you want to get that $100,000 line of credit, you would basically have to have a projected or anticipated gross revenue in 2024 of $1 million. So they take 10%. Now, aside from your projected gross revenue, you will need a minimum of a 700 credit score, and they're going to be pulling from Equifax. So again, Equifax hard personal credit pool and projected gross revenue, whatever that is, they're taking 10%, exactly 10% of that, and that's going to be the limit on your business line of credit. So again, 100% no financial documents or paperwork whatsoever. You don't need 23 or 22 taxes. You don't even need a year-to-date profit and loss statement. It's just projected or anticipated gross revenue that you're putting on the application. Now, again, with the line of credit, you don't have to renew, but every 10 years. So this is a 10-year renewal, interest only. And so right now the rates are going to vary based off of the limit. So anything that's over 50,000 but less than 100,000, you're looking at prime plus 2.45. So as you know, the prime rate right now is 7.75 as of today. So if you're looking at prime plus 2.24, let's say you have a $80,000 limit, $100,000 limit, $50,000 limit, it's going to be about 10.2%. And these are interest only repayments. Now, again, if anyone is interested, I've dropped a link in the description of the video. A lot of subscribers, a lot of clients are getting approved for this. And this is one of the only true no doc commercial business lines of credit out there right now that nobody's talking about. We're not talking about fintech lines. This is not Fundbox or Headway Capital or On Deck. We're talking about top 20 commercial bank offering business lines of credit with absolutely no docs. Now, let's say you want to limit over 100K, after 100K. So anything over 100K, that's when they're going to do full underwriting. That's when they're going to want collateral. That's when they're going to want tax returns. But if you keep it under 100K and under, you're good to go. No docs is just projected gross revenue for 2024. 700 FICO credit score. They're going to be pulling from Equifax. We have a direct relationship with a senior business relationship manager who can push your application through. And the great thing about it, this institution is available nationwide. So there's no geographic restrictions. Anyone, and I mean anyone who has a business across the United States, if you have a 700 credit score, we can get you funded 10% of your projected gross revenue in the form of a revolving business line of credit. The term, you don't have to renew for 10 years. That is a game changer. And we're talking about interest only, extremely competitive rates, prime plus 2.45%. If anyone's interested, there's a link in the description of the video. Let's get this money.